Look who we've got here. Hello. Dionys? Hey, I'm Esther, and I just found out that I have quite some basil left in the garden, which may cause a problem because tomorrow I am leaving on a holiday for a week. So if I just let it grow, it may become too big and I could not use it anymore. So I'm going to use it this evening and prepare some pesto, which I can distribute to my family and also share with my boyfriend. Let's go have a look in the garden. It's not too much, but I just do not want to let it go to waste. Look who we've got here. Hello. Dionys? Let's look. So here it is. It still could grow quite a bit, but I just want to use it now and bring some delicious pesto to our camping place. So for the recipe of pesto, I use about 50 grams of basilicum. The smell is absolutely wonderful. This is just fresh from the garden. I still need to clean it because I live in the city and these plants were outside. You never know which animals crossed. So I'm going to clean them and just dry a bit with a towel. So that's 50 grams of this. Then I also use 50 grams of pine nuts. And olive oil, I will need 1.2 deciliters. And I also need 50 grams of cheese, parmesan cheese. I prefer to use 2 pieces of garlic because I like my pesto quite strong, especially in the garlic part. But most people probably use only 1. I got cheese that is already grated because it saves a lot of time. And first thing that I'm going to do is mash up the nuts. I like the sound that it makes. It makes a little plopping sound or popping sound every time that I crunch one. It's like bloop, 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 bloop. You could also do this in a blender, the machine, but I really love this old feeling, this connection with your food by doing it by hand. It's very relaxing. So I'm almost there. With a bigger mortar I could make some bigger moves. I don't have one, so I'm just doing it with this one. It works good enough for me. The pine nuts are almost completely mashed and I'm going to cut the garlic in smaller pieces so it's easier to mash them. So what I was saying about washing your basil. In the city you mostly have rats that are actually everywhere, so you can never be certain if your vegetables or anything that you grow outside has been polluted by those creatures. I have seen some here, it was really gross, they were just really not shy, but fortunately I have this beautiful cat, you've seen her, and she recently scared away the rats by chasing one, and that rat screamed so hard. I think in a perimeter of like 100 meters no rat will come back again. They're probably scared to death now because Dionys, she can be a master hunter. She's never actually really catched any prey before. I hope she will ever do it in her lifetime, just once maybe. She's now almost 7 years old. She only found a dead mouse once, and that was a bit sad because she was really proud of finding the mouse, but she really didn't catch it. So I'm going to put the garlic in here now to mix it up a bit. Voila, my hands will smell of garlic for 2 days now. I don't mind. Maybe my boyfriend minds, but I don't mind. So now it's getting more mushy, you see? When my sister-in-law, she is working with the mortar, my brother always asks her to sing because it gives him a very good feeling seeing someone, and he also sings himself, but just seeing someone using a mortar and singing as if it's some witchcraft. Using a mortar really brings that feeling of witchery in a good way. It kind of brings out the inner child in me. So now I'm going to wash the leaves. And I'm washing them a second time. Now I'm going to dry the leaves. I'm going to cut them in little pieces. Let's bring out some big boys. A few weeks ago I made a cake, a lemon cake, and I also put some basil on it, and it was so good, so delicious. It was a little bit improvised because I wanted to make the cake more colorful, and it was really worth it. The lemon together with the basil is just an explosive combination in a good way. So that will be just fine. With my small mortar it will be a little bit difficult to get it all inside, especially as I still need to add the parmesan, the cheese and the olive oil, but I'm just going to make it work. Sometimes in the kitchen you need to improvise. Let's do it in parts. If I mix everything in here, I can take a little bit in the mortar, grind it, and just put it back. Take a little bit more, grind it, and just go on like that. This is 1,2 deciliter of olive oil. I'm going to add it all. And I still need 50 grams of cheese, 50 to 60 grams. And I'll just pop it in. Let's mix it all. That looks quite good already. Could be a little bit finer though. This also needs a pinch of salt. Or 2. Salt is so tasty. I love salt. I never ate any salt until I was maybe 24, and then I just discovered that incredible taste. No, that's maybe not the song I should be singing with this. Let's say something more humming. No, it's not that neither. I want something more epic. that's more like it. Now a little bit more classical. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I think that was the song I was looking for. Such wonderful music. We're almost there. It's also quite important to grind or just do it with a mixer, with knives, because there's garlic in it, and if you're not grinding enough, the garlic will be in big bits and that could become too strong. For me, it's never too strong. I used to eat garlic raw. I didn't have a lot of friends when I was a child. Probably that was the reason. To have a more refined taste of the garlic, you shouldn't eat it raw. And not too big bits neither. Yes. That's great. I just love it when food makes you smile like instantly. You cannot stop tasting it and you cannot stop smile because it's giving you this this thing in your mouth, and it's just like it's very hard to describe. I do not have the words for it. It just makes me smile. It's pure joy. Okay. But so far, this is my pesto. I'm going to put it in 2 different bowls. One for my boyfriend and for me, and one for my parents. I'm going to give them tomorrow. If you have too much basil at your garden, you prepare some pesto. It can be stored a while in your fridge, and it's just a great treat during summer. I made it the slow way, but you can just put it in a machine to cut through it and you will have it in maybe 5 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm looking forward to see you again. That will probably be next week. Don't forget to subscribe and also click on the notification bell, and see you soon.